Good morning, everyone. I'm going to try to video this journal cover that I'm making for my niece, Elaina, her garden journal. And I don't know if this is going to work to show you, but I'm going to try. So what I'm doing here is I'm curving the corners because I don't like those totally square edges on each side. The next thing I have, this is called Heat and Bond Light, and I use this to apply to the cover. So if I'm doing this correctly, let me get a pencil here. I should have cleaned up my mess from yesterday, but I didn't. Okay, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Try to get it in frame. If it's not, kind of get the gist of it. So I'm going to trace around this. Let me trace on the other side. It's a little easier. So I'm going to trace around this Heat and Bond. Not let it slide on me. And then I'm going to cut this out. And probably a little bit larger than where the lines are. Because I'm going to iron this to the fabric, and then when I iron it onto the cardboard, which that was just a file cabinet, not file cabinet, a file folder, not a whole cabinet, just the folder. And then, so I cut this to what I wanted, where my pages would fit in. I think it's 6, let me see here. So my journal will fit in here at 6 inches. So you cut 6 inches from this fold here, and then 6 inches from this fold, so that this little part in here is your spine area. Now, this is only big enough for 3 signatures, and it will be a little much like this a little bit, but not too bad. Otherwise, you have to make a regular spine, which will take longer. But inside of here, too, after I get the fabric put on, I will put a piece of fabric on this side, inside, just to give it more strength, so when I go to punch the holes. Okay? So, I think I'm going to use this for, I'm going to need 2 of these, so let me cut another one. One for the inside and one for the outside. Save that. And this Heat and Bond you can buy like at Joann Fabrics. I don't know if Hobby Lobby sells it by the yard, or you can buy it in the package already packaged up like this, and you get 5 1/4 yards. Or if you need more than that, then you can buy it by the yard as well. Not everybody sells it by the yard. And I've been using Heat and Bond for many years. There's other brands out there, but I just haven't used them in so long, I really can't even tell you the name. But for the price, this is very affordable. And it works well. You can sew through this. Now there's another Heat and Bond that you cannot sew through. it says on the label, no sew, meaning that it's something like if you want to put a patch on a jacket or something, but you don't have a sew machine or you don't want to sew it, you don't need to. It's very, very strong. And your needles, your sewing machine needle will not go through it. That's how strong it is. So when you're buying it, be very careful that you're getting the right one. Now this fabric here I got at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was just cute for the cover of the journal. Of course, I'm going to put other things over the top. I have this little, this was from another journal, and let's see if I want to, I may put that on the top, I may not. It kind of blends okay, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to iron this too. This is the ironing side, this is the paper side. I'm going to iron this to here. And you want a nice, really hot iron. Get this all and then let's see, I'm going to cut this out like this because I'm not sure yet if I remember how to do this exactly. I forget, so easy because it's so far in between each project sometimes that you don't quite remember how to do something. Okay, so this peels up if it's ironed down enough. Sometimes I just slit it in the middle. It's easier than peeling it up from the edge. I'm going to peel this off. Okay. Alright, now so we have the shiny side. Alright, so we want our ladybug, or our, whatever that is, bug, to be on the right side, going up. Okay, now this I could make the cover and this the back. So if I put this on here, then I'm probably going to want, I just don't like this on here, so I don't think I'm going to put that on there. I think I'll find something else. So I'm going to put this on the back because I won't probably put anything on the back. And then the front will be more plain so that I can put other type of adornment up there. All right. So now we're going to press this down to this cardboard file cabinet. And it doesn't have to be like, don't go to the edges because it'll get on your iron. It doesn't have to be pressed all the way to the edges. You just want to make sure that it's pressed enough so that you can come back and trim. Now you can leave a little edge there where you want to, you can sew this inside of it, but it doesn't always work out right. So I just sew right on the cardboard. I put a little fray tack or fray, I'll find that before we're done here. Fray check, I think it's called. And that's again at, for sure at Joann's or, you know, any fabric store that you have in your area. I don't know that it's at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. because I usually get it at the fabric store. And I'm sure you could probably find it online if you don't have any of those stores in your area. And you don't have to absolutely put it on there. Some fabrics start to fray, and in some cases I don't mind that. I think it kind of gives it more character. All right, so that piece is on the front, glued on. And then on the back, on the inside, I think I'm going to do the same thing. On the inside, I'm going to also put this lace inside for pockets. This will be folded in half and it'll be on each side. So it doesn't matter too much what I pick for the... So I think I'll just keep my fabric safe, use as little as possible. Sorry, trying to find the other piece. I just can't do anything neatly. All right. Now this piece, after I iron it on, I'm going to cut it out exactly on the line because I want it to fit exactly on the edge of the paper, on the edge of the cardboard cover. At least I think that's what I want to do. Hold on, let me make sure that's exactly what. So if I do that, yeah, maybe I'll just go a little bigger too. So I can see how to trim it off once it's on the cover. I don't know that I've seen anybody else do it this way, but I work with this iron-on heat and bond for so many years and for so many projects. See, it's fraying over there at the edge. All right, so now this one's going to go on this side. And let's see that it's all going the right direction. And I hope she likes these bugs. But if you work in the garden, I would say you like bugs. So we're going to press this down, and that's too thick. I'm going to have to turn it over. Press this down and try not to go really close to the edges because you will iron it down on your ironing board. And that's no fun. I should have put a protective coat on this, but this cover's about ready to go away anyway. It's getting pretty stained up because I do coffee dyeing on my papers or whatever I'm doing, and iron that down a little bit better. It sticks really well. It just takes a little bit to, and then of course you're going to sew around it to give it even more structure. I think this is the last day I have to work on this to get it done. I'm going to meet her tomorrow for lunch. And It's been several years since I've seen her. And I was trying to go through some old pictures that my mom had. I think this is why I liked it to be the exact size, because it's a little harder to trim around it after. To take to her, but it takes hours to go through photo albums too. Guess I'll just have to send them to her later. Really need to take copies because a lot of them are with sisters and other cousins and things, and I might want to keep those pictures for them at one point. Okay, this looks pretty good. All right, so that is that. And I think that's what we said. So press that, give it a nice crease there. Bring this one over and give it a crease. Okay. So now this is where this is going to go in. And I will sew this along the border. I'll probably sew from this side so I can get it all sewn. I'll get a couple clips. Okay, just clip it there and over here, just to keep it in place. Okay. This is over a little too much. See how simple that was to cover this book? All right, so then I will sew that and I will come back and try to show you the rest of the process. Okay?
Thanks.
Okay, I'm back. This is the second part of this, putting the journal cover together. I went and cut out a few things. I sewed around the edges of the journal with the zigzag. I didn't put the fray check on it. Let me get that. This is the Stop Fraying by Elaine's, and it doesn't seem like this is fraying at all, but just to give you, whoa, way too much. Just to give you a little info on that. So you could just simply take it with your fingers or something, and you don't need a lot, just enough to keep the, it's almost like a glue, actually. So it just takes a little bit along the edges, and not too much because you don't want it to be noticeable that you glued it, and it does take a little bit to dry. But anyway, this one I have is Stop Fraying by Elaine's, and I believe I got it at Joann's. I might have got it at Hobby Lobby because they do carry Elaine's, so I'm not sure. Anyway, so then I was trying to get something to fit in this frame, and I couldn't find anything, so I'm just gonna glue this down to this piece of lace, and then over here I'm going to punch holes for the ribbon, and I think that I'm gonna actually attach this with the bullpen to where the ribbon is coming through and let this dangle. This opens up. I haven't opened it yet, but I thought it was really cute. It's kind of like a little secret garden type thing. And then I just took this from the kit that I had, the digital kit. I'll try to list it below. It should be already listed on my link tree, but if not, I'll try to list that. So I'm going to put this little bit of lace down here, And so let me get my glue. I need a I'm gonna need glitter glue and fabric tack glue. I think I can just do this with glitter glue. And I hope I'm in frame here. So I'm getting excited now because we are getting to the almost done part. Okay. And I think I'm going to punch my hole for the eyelets before I start putting things on. This is going to go along the edge before I start putting things on because no, it doesn't want to go back in again. Just something about that glue. So that I don't put something over it and have to punch through heavy thicknesses. And then I also sewed in the pocket here on the inside when I sewed around here. Okay, so let me measure this so we get it centered. And this one is 9 inches, so that would be 4.5 is center. So about right. I want it not too far from the edge, but not too close to the edge. So about right there. And then once we punch that hole, we'll know what to do for the back one, where to put it. So I'm going to go right there, and I love this crocodile thing because it cuts through anything. All right, so let's see if I can mark that enough to I'm just gonna come back here and mark it. Help if I had little lead. Okay. And then we'll put another one through here. It's starting to get warm. I'm going to have to turn my air on. Sorry, I have to keep walking away, but I wasn't planning to film this over here on my ironing board. Okay, so I've got the 2 eyelets here. Put that one there. And this is already set up for this size eyelet, so I just stick that in there. Press firmly. And on this side, there's, of course, a lot of different ways to close the journal, but this one, to me, is my favorite. It just, I can put whatever ribbon or anything that I want to put on it. In fact, I pulled these out. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these. They came off of something that was tied up because it's got this little thing, and I thought, well, this is kind of nice. Let's see if I can... Let's see, I think we go through the front, if I remember right. Yeah, it's too thick. Okay, well, it was a thought. All right, so let's put this here, and see, we don't want to cover that. Put that there. And this is going to cover this a little bit on this side. So we might as well just let it cover. Okay. So Garden Memories can be a little straighter then if this is curved a little bit. So I'm going to fabric tack this down, and I'm not making a pocket with it. I was thinking about that, but there's plenty of pockets in the front and plenty of pockets in the interior. So I'm just gonna make sure I don't hit that. And this needs to be glued down up here. And I don't think every inch of it needs to be glued. It's okay if it's a little bit floppy. I want that to be a little straighter than the card. Okay, so this one I got out of my collage kit. It's called Garden Memories. The collage, digital, I think it's Digital Collage Club. I can't remember it because it's in my links, but I always forget it because I don't need to know the name, and it automatically comes up when I just type digital and it starts to come up. But I just looked on there this morning to see if there was anything that was garden related, and this one was. I've already pretty much did the whole garden parts, but I did need the words, so that was kind of cool. So this was actually the wording for their kit. I mean, it wasn't part of the kit. It was just they should make that part of the kit. Okay. So then I thought I like this garden ribbon. This may be a little harder to glue down. I'll just put a few touches of glue here on these leaves, and we'll get it started. This ribbon I got at Hobby Lobby, and I thought, oh, how cute is this? Well, this may not glue to fabric very good. Yeah, it's not gluing to fabric. The glitter glue. Bottle is awkward. I have the smaller bottle. With the smaller tip on it, but it doesn't want to come out very well, in my opinion. So let me see. May not have to glue every leaf. Okay, patience. You know, I'm in a hurry. That's the biggest problem. I just want to get the signature sewn in so I can see what else I need to go in and add to the journal. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the back of this. And some of this is going to be covered up with the lace. And I'll cover that up once I put my signatures in, because if it's not that perfect, it doesn't show. because I really don't do that much that is perfect. That's the nice thing about junk journals, is that perfection is kind of out the window. I mean, you want it to look nice, but it doesn't have to be so perfect. It just has to be... Oh, I can't get that out. It's glued down, a piece of thread. Don't you know? Nothing else will glue down but the piece of thread. You just want to make sure that it's not going to fall apart when you give it as a gift. I may have to take a toothpick and go back in there and put that glue in. So I'm going to leave it that way for now. And then I'll go back and I'll take a toothpick and try to get under those leaves, or if any that are popping up. Fabric tack takes a while. Okay, so I don't know, I guess that looks good. Maybe I need something there. Well, let's see how this looks. Okay, so I need to get this off. I hadn't planned on bringing everything I have over here, but I'll save that for something. Okay, so I think I want to take this off so that this can open up. Because then you know what, maybe it doesn't open. Yes, it does. So then if she wants to put a little message in there, she could. All right, so I'm going to put this back on there, but only on one door. And hopefully it will. Okay, this is tedious, because you have to bring this back together. Oh, my hair is not near. My forehead is in the way. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put a ball pen and I'll have to probably take this off when I get ready to put the ribbon in. I just haven't decided what I want to put on there yet. I can put sari silk, but I don't know. These pins have an awkward way of laying too. All right, may have to do something different. May have to set it in there a different way. But anyway, you get the gist of it there. And then I have a bunch of other charms that I'm going to put on the lace and things like that. So this is just a sample. I won't put that on until I get the binding in. And I think it looks good. I mean, I might find something else to do with it. I might just put a rose or something here. It is she is doing a vegetable garden, but I know she's going to do more. Different, now that she's done that, she will do flowers and things too. So we want to put all that in there. Okay, so then inside of here, the journal pages will go. Here's one here. Let's see what I do with them all. Okay, and there's another one, and here's one. Oh, I think it's going to be very fat. I do this every time. I just cannot make not so fat. But I like that because I just think it looks cute when it's open like that. Once we get these tied in. And then this part here is a separate little journal for her to write down each of her little things. And I do want to put tags across that. And that will go inside there. That will go in there. So, that one might be the first one that I do. This is so cute. They just come together so nicely. I've got a lot of pockets and things. This is her initial. Did a little stamping. Little polka dots there. This is that flip that's the paper bag. She could put stuff in there. I don't know, maybe she won't be able to fit anything in here. But, paper clip with the... This is Indiana, Fort Wayne. That's where they live. Fort Wayne. This has got a pocket here, a tag. That was fun. This one here. Anyway, I'll do a video and go through each page. Alrighty. So, that's going to be it for today, and I will continue to work on this the rest of the day, and hopefully by this evening or first thing in the morning I'll have it finished and figure out how this is going to work, because I don't like the way that's hanging down there. I wanted it to be up here. I may just have to glue it on there. I may have to do that. Alright, thanks for joining me. I don't know if this is all going to fit. I sure hope it does. I wanted to show you to put the spine in, but I think it's going to be a little difficult maneuvering this spine on this journal. Okay, thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. Bye. Have a great day.